family. This is Erin.
And Gina.
And we miss you guys. We can't wait until we can come back to the studio and get back to Pilates and working out with you guys. But until then, we wanted to give you an at-home video workout so that you can enjoy a little bit of us while you're stuck at home.
So we're gonna start you guys today with a really simple warm-up. The idea here is just to get your body moving, get your blood flowing, and get your muscles ready to work and to stretch. So here we go, we hope you enjoy. Okay, so to start our warm-up for today, you guys, we're just gonna stand really tall, feet are slightly apart, and we're just gonna kick our heels towards our butt. So we're warming up our hamstrings, we're warming up our quads, we're getting our joints nice and ready to do some deep bending later, and we're just getting our circulation moving and flowing. If you want to, you can hold your leg back for a second, kind of press your foot into your hand, get a little extra stretch, get a little extra movement in that muscle. And we'll just go one more to each side.
Don't fall like I did.
Try not to. It helps.
Ignore me.
And then from there, we're gonna go into some knee marches. And again, if you want, you kind of have that option. If you wanna just pull your knee up and grab it towards your chest a little bit, give yourself that extra stretch. This is a really nice way to just start mobilizing your hip flexors and your quads. And again, just get those big muscles ready for some deeper movements later. So let's go ahead and just do one more on each side, lifting, grabbing or not. And then we'll take a nice big wide stance in the feet. Take the arms out to your sides, try to keep your elbows a little soft. And we're just gonna go with some big arm circles. So here, we're just getting our shoulders to move. We're getting some mobilization in all our upper body joints, getting some movement into our neck and our upper back. Let's reverse that and go the other direction. So we'll just be here for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it down. So from here, go ahead and grab that right foot again. Bring it into your hand. This is kind of similar to what we were doing before, but try to press your foot into your hand and pull your heel towards your butt. You're gonna open and lengthen the whole front of the leg here, and it should feel pretty good. Just make sure you don't feel any pressure in your knee.
You can always use something to hold on to.
And if you need a little
like
extra balance, hold on to something, but not your friend because you're supposed to be 6 feet apart. So let that leg come down, grab the other side. Again, maybe put your arm out for extra balance or whatever you need. You shouldn't feel any pressure in your knee. You just want to feel a nice stretch going down the front of your leg, okay? So go ahead and release that. We're gonna take ourselves into a little IT band stretch. So cross your right leg over your left leg, keep your knees a little soft, and go ahead and just drop down to the floor and hang there for a second. If you need to bend the knees, that's great. If you don't quite touch the floor, that's totally fine. You can put your hands on your shins, on your hips, whatever feels comfortable. So we're gonna uncross that first side, take the left leg on top instead, come back down, same thing. Maybe notice what side feels a little tighter, maybe what side feels a little easier for you to do. Give yourself a second here to breathe, and then we're gonna come back up slowly. Here's our last stretch, wide legs. I like to do a little bit of turnout in the feet so it kind of opens up my hips. First, we're gonna come all the way down to the floor. Just release your head and your neck. Let your back relax here. Again, a little softness at the knees is great. Let's see if we can walk our hands over to our right foot and give that right hamstring a little extra attention. And then we'll start to slowly walk our hands over to our left foot. Same thing, little extra stretch for that left leg. And then we're gonna make our way back to the center. Soften the knees, pull your tummy in as tight as you can, and then we're just rolling up from our tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. We're standing tall, and you guys are ready to go.
To start our exercises, we're gonna begin with a nice roll down. Start with your feet planted. You're gonna reach your arms out in front of you. You're gonna lift your chest up nice and tall. Inhaling and raising up that spine, and we're gonna begin with that nice curl of from your pelvis. You're gonna start to round out your low back as you tuck and curl, slowly lowering yourself down against the mat, thinking one vertebrae at a time, doing your best to keep your feet connected. When you reach the bottom and your head is nice and rested down, you can reach your arms overhead for a little quick stretch. Then we're gonna start to bring the arms up. The head's gonna follow, tucking the chin towards the chest. Big and nice inhale, and then you're gonna exhale everything out as you start to roll all the way up, going to that nice seated lifted position. We're gonna do that 4 more times, so let's go ahead and start to roll back down. Now this is actually a really big ab exercise, so if you're having a little bit of trouble, once you place your hands behind your thighs, you're gonna curl your chin, you're gonna use the grip on the back of the legs to help you come all the way up. You might need to round a little more, and then chest nice and tall. Good, and we're gonna curl back. You can pick and choose which ones you want to do. Maybe you need a little help for once. You're going to grab the legs. Maybe you're feeling really strong today and you're just going to go up and down. Good. Now let's go ahead and do 2 more. Good, nice big inhale and exhale. Speeding it up is obviously going to make it a little bit harder. Last one. Good. Take that nice stretch and we're going to come all the way back up one last time. Good. Place your arms at your side. You guys are going to scoot and lay all the way down. Feet are planted, so you want to think that your knees are bent, your feet are touching into the ground, arms are at your side. We're going to do your standard little articulated bridge. So we're going to start to tuck the pelvis towards the face, pull the tummy in as you peel your spine up off the mat, lifting those hips up, pushing your feet down, feeling your butt squeeze, your glutes firing. Arms are still pressing down. Take a big inhale at the top. We're going to exhale and peel down. Try to relax the chest and shoulders and just taking it down slowly, stretching out our spine. Good. We're going to do that again. Tuck and curl. Breathe. And peel down slowly. Good. You can always go at your own pace. You don't have to go fast or slow. You can do whatever you want. We're going to start to do our last one. Peeling up slowly, lifting those hips up, getting a good squeeze in that butt at the top, and peel yourself all the way down. Good. So from here, we're going to transition into a single leg bridge. So we are going to start with both feet on the ground. You guys are going to bridge up just like what you were doing before, but then you're going to hold there. You're going to keep your left foot planted and your arms down as you start to reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Now we're going to go up and down with the hips touching the mat, pushing back up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Place your foot down. We're going to collect ourselves here, making sure we're ready for the other side. Go ahead and extend that left leg up to the ceiling. Hold it, and we're going down. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Place that left foot down. Hold here. Just squeeze your butt and hold for a second. Big inhale. As you exhale, feel that spine down, taking your time. And if you need it, you can always hug those knees into your chest. We're going to continue to stay laying down on our back. Go ahead and adjust your body if you need to. Get those arms back down at your side. Chest is nice and relaxed. We're going to do a single leg circle. This is actually a nice abdominal exercise, especially if you have any neck pain. You're going to keep your arms down, shoulders, neck relaxed. We're going to take that right leg, again, straight up to the ceiling. Now, by your feet staying bent, the left leg staying bent, that's like a modification. So it's going to make it easier. If you want it a little harder, you straighten your leg out. I'm a little tight, so I'm going to keep my leg bent. And we're going to draw a circle. We're going to go 5 in one direction, 5 in the other. Inhale, exhale, hold. 3 more, 2, gonna keep that pelvis steady, and 1, hold at the top, and we're going for 5, go the other direction, 4, stir that femur in the hip socket, 3, 2, think engage your core, and 1, hold it, bend that knee, place it down, we're gonna switch sides. Go ahead and stretch up that left leg nice and straight, point that toe, long leg, and we're gonna circle for 5, and stop, 4, stop, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go the other way for 5. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring that foot down. Perfect. All right, so since we're still on the ground, we wanna get into a little more ab work. That was just warming up our tummy. We're gonna get into our starfish. Now I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to do this. I'm gonna do it the modified version. Gina will do it the advanced while we're doing our actual workout. But for the modified version, head stays down, knees come into the chest, and what you're gonna do is stretch your arms out and your legs out as far as you can. Hold there for a second. You're gonna engage your core and bring those knees back in. So this is the modified version. Now we're gonna go into our advanced version here. We're gonna stretch the legs out. You're actually like a star. You look like a starfish, hence the name. Take a big inhale to prepare. And when you exhale, you're gonna pull your tummy and you're gonna come all the way up, hug those knees, hold it, and then you're gonna let yourself come back down. Nice and slowly, good. Let's go ahead and do that again. And Gina's gonna continue with the advanced. I'm gonna go back to the modified. We're gonna reach, good. And in, and out, stretch. We got 5 more. 4. Good, try to reach those arms and legs out long. 3, 2, and last one. Hold it for a second as you stretch out, get that work, and bring it all the way in. So to continue on with our ab workout, we're gonna make sure we target those side muscles. So your obliques, we're gonna go into a little crisscross, or some of you know it as bicycle. Again, I'm gonna show you the modified version and then the advanced version. Modified is basically what you were doing before with that double leg stretch, except for you're gonna take it one leg at a time. So I'm gonna show you bringing your legs up into tabletop. You're gonna hold this. Now as one leg stretches out nice and long, you're gonna gently hold one leg in towards you. You don't wanna grab it and press it down. It's just a little touch. Head stays neutral and down. Then we're gonna switch. So you would do this instead of lifting your head up and doing the crisscross version, which is what I'm gonna show you next. So let's bring us back into tabletop. We're gonna go into the advanced version. You place your hands behind your head, and as you curl up, I want you to extend out one leg, cross your elbow towards your inner thigh and hold that. Now we're gonna come back into tabletop, head comes down, and then we're gonna lift and cross over to the other side. So we're gonna do 10 on each side. So we're at 9, and 9, good, and 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more each side. Make it count. Bring it in. Hug those knees towards your chest. Take a nice deep stretch. You can inhale here. Maybe move your hips around a little bit just to give you a nice little rock side to side. All right, we're gonna be moving on to a little standing work, so go ahead and bring yourself up. And I'm gonna let Gina take over.
Okay, so we're gonna take you guys into some upper body work. If you guys have weights at home, grab a pair. It can be lighter, heavier, whatever you're feeling like today. If you don't have weights at home, maybe you can grab a pair of water bottles or laundry detergent bottles, whatever you have, or of course you're welcome to do this with no weight at all, okay? So first let's take our hands and hold them just right in front of our thighs. The palms are facing your legs. Make sure your elbows are a little soft, not locked, and your neck is nice and neutral. We're gonna do a front shoulder raise, going up just about shoulder height, pause for a second at the top, and then bring your weights right back down to your legs. And then we're gonna take it out to our sides, again, just about shoulder height, and then bring it back down to your front. If that's feeling a little bit too much for you, go ahead and take yourself into a single arm version where you would do the same pattern, but you're just going one arm at a time so you don't overload your neck or your shoulders, okay? So picking which version of this you'd like to do, let's go back to our front raise, and we're gonna do 10 of these. So we're going up to the front, we're going out to the sides. Just make sure as you're doing these movements that there's always a pause at the top and a pause at the bottom. You don't want to start getting momentum and just flapping your arms around. It'll put too much pressure on your joints and your bones, and we want to focus in on just the muscle work. All right, so we got here our last 5 sets of these. Good. All right, and then we're going up for 4. Take your time, it's not a rush. You want to make sure you feel these in the right places, hopefully in your shoulders. Let's do our last 2 sets here, and our last set. Perfect. Once you're back down, we're gonna keep our arms down at our sides. We've got our weights facing the side of the legs, and we're gonna go into hammer curls. So we curl our arms in towards our shoulders, bring it back down. They turn out just slightly to the outer part of your legs, and then they come out again. So again, here you have the option, if you want, to go back into that single arm version like we were doing on our last exercise, where you just kind of alternate the pattern here if you're weighting too much into your shoulders, or of course you can take it into the double hammer curl. We're gonna go forward curl and external curl. We're gonna do 5 more of these. Up and out. Remember to stand as tall as you can. Try not to sit into your hips or your knees, but use your core muscles to hold your spine up, hold your chest up, and stand really tall and really proud. We're working our arms for when they let us out of here and we can go to the beach and have a nice summer. We got 1 more set. We're going up and and then we're going to the side. Perfect. Okay, so from here, go ahead and just put your weights to the side. Make sure they're out of your way completely because we're gonna do some squats and stepping out to the side. Okay, we are gonna go into some lower body movements with some squats. Couple things to remember when you squat, you want your knees, ankles, and hips all to be aligned at about 90 degrees. Try not to shift your weight forward into your toes. Puts a lot of pressure on the joints, okay? So 2 different versions we can try. The modified version, you can start with your feet together. You'll step out to the right, come down into your squat, step back together, step out to the left, squat down, step it back together. If we want to go the more advanced version, we're actually going to start with our feet apart, come down into our squat, and then when you lift up, pick up that right leg, land in your squat, lift up your left leg. So we come down, lift up. Feel free to go back to that modified version and slow it down if this doesn't feel comfortable for you. Main thing here, just really try to keep your body tall, upright. Try not to lean forward, try not to lean back. When you come down, you're squeezing the top of your leg, your quads. When you come up, you're trying to squeeze the back of your leg, your butt, and your hamstrings. Those are the muscles that are gonna get you back to your standing position. So we're gonna go here for 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Wonderful, good job.
So we're gonna move on to a roll down and a roll up. We're working on stretching out the spine and also getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings. We're also gonna add in a little bit of arm work to it. So we're gonna be putting a push-up into that walkout. If you guys don't feel comfortable doing the push-up, you just wanna kind of roll down, get a nice stretch, that's totally fine too. We're gonna start looking straight forward, nice and tall again, tummy in. We're lifting up off of our feet, so you don't wanna feel like you're sitting heavy. We're gonna tip the chin down to the chest, just looking down at the floor, and then we're gonna follow that with our neck. We're gonna keep rolling down, just trying to find that nice stretch. Now, if you get to about here and your hands don't quite come flat to the ground, go ahead and bend your knees, place your hands down flat, and begin to walk your hands out. I like to say like 4 or 5 walks until your hands are even and you're in a plank position. From here, you wanna pull that tummy in tight, press your hands into the floor, and we're gonna do 1 push-up. So I want you to bend those elbows wide, come nice and low. Push all the way up, hold it. Now we're gonna start to walk our hands back towards our feet. So the butt comes up, tummy comes in, walk into the toes, hang in that nice stretch, and roll yourself back up. All right, we're gonna do that 4 more times. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, dive down. Hands come flat to the floor, walk it out, find your plank. Pull your tummy in, 1 push-up, back up, walk it in. Good, and roll it up. All right, 3 more. Take your time coming down, get that stretch, walk out, feel that nice little shift of the weight to hands and toes. Push up, and back. Last 2. And on the last one, we're gonna come all the way down. We're gonna go out to our plank and we're gonna hold it. Now I want you to hold your plank, just hold. Tuck that tail, pull the tummy in. We're gonna do a few mountain climbers. Bring one knee into the chest and back out, good. And again, other side, and out, good. In, and out, in, and out. 1 more each side. Put both feet on the floor, take a nice big inhale. Go ahead and walk yourself back. And rolling all the way up. All right, you guys made it through the workout. We're gonna finish up with just a quick little stretch. We just wanna get our body nice and long. We did a lot of lengthening today. We're gonna keep with that theme. Go ahead and take your feet wide, raise your arms up over your head. Reach to the sky. Take a big inhale as you tip over to one side. Try to open up your heart towards the ceiling. Good, bring your arms back up, reach again. We'll go another side. Because we're gonna come back to the center, get that last stretch. Arms up, circle them around. Couple shoulder rolls. We miss you guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned and staying in touch with us. We hope we get back to normal soon. We can see you in the studio. We will send more videos, so pay attention to your emails. Bye.
Bye, we miss you.
We miss you.